I thought I would talk about the means of inspiration and where I tend to find it and things that I struggle with, the sort of burnout and finding those ideas. And yeah, so as I'm currently studying fashion design, it's been really great to be pushed and be you know, challenged in my work or my way of working as someone that has just started in that field. And I think it's really great that if you are interested in fashion, that you take that route and you find the best space for you to learn and grow as a designer, as a creative, as an individual. Because not only does it improve your skills in that field, it also builds your characteristics and your resilience and your way of thinking, just in general in life. So I think it's really great. And as a creative myself, I really enjoy being super grounded and earthy with my way of thinking in a non super spiritual way. But I like to look at sculptures and like get involved and move things around and tweak things and use my hands that I've been given to really experiment with my creative space. And I like to look at that and think about my previous project that I did in college for my FMP, my final major project, and that was based on Maria Bart's sculptures. And I think at that point, I think before then, I was looking for inspiration and I was getting a bit lost, that I was going around in a loop and it didn't resonate with anything. And then I told myself, okay, I'm going to take myself on this little day. And I don't know if I'd seen the exhibition and then booked it, or went to the Tate Modern and then booked it, but I think I had heard about it and I was interested. And like Maria Bart's, she uses plaster and covers balloons in this plaster, pops the balloon and has this beautiful, beautiful outcast, and a lot of it resembles like sexual organs of the woman body, and just really interesting. And without taking that idea and sort of mixing it with sort of the wrong end of the stick, you know, it's art and it's interesting, and but don't take that and find a way to, you know, misunderstand her work. And I just think it was really interesting. And sometimes, you know, if you ever are in doubt with your ideas, I would go around in a loop and keep looking and use the resources that you have around you. Because one thing I don't enjoy is being influenced by someone that's being influenced by another person being influenced. And that's why I think Pinterest is good. I see why it's good, but I also don't think it's very great, because I just feel like things are just being copied and mimicked because we like look at things rather than actually wanting to understand it. I mean, some people are a bit lazy as well, isn't it? Like, you know, you could really go out there and you could go travelling and be careful, of course, but and get inspiration, or look at some of the things in some of the old boxes that you've not touched in years, and you can really play around with that. And I think social media is great, and the digital world, but I wouldn't ever you know, take advantage of it and use it to not my benefit, basically. Like, you know, I think it's really great to not misuse it. But yeah, I don't know, my opinion. So not that long ago I went to a panel talk, and I think it was paired up with British Fashion Council, and there was 4 different people on the stage and the host. 2 of the people that were up there was Martine Rose and Maria Fazenia, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with those brands, but they are particular faves of mine, and I really admire their work. And Maria Fazenia, she's an Iranian fashion brand and designer, and she designs menswear, and so does Martine Rose. And Maria has these gorgeous prints that she uses, just incredible Iranian prints and Persian prints, you know, and all her clothes like varies. I mean, she does jackets, tops, but the amazing thing about some of her work is that it's transitional and it is functional. And I once went to this pop-up sample sale that she did, and she was selling this amazing jacket that was like a jacquard, red, blue, long sleeve jacket, and it had this gorgeous opening on the neckline that opened up into like a pretty little French scarf almost. It looked like a little, almost like this, like sort of that shape, and it was just gorgeous. But not only that, it had these amazing pockets, and then the sleeve on the left hand side was had a zip, and you could zip, and it would undo and it would turn into a bag. And so it was really, really great and like functional. And it also was great because it was thermal, so she thought about different aspects and incorporating it all in one without overdoing it, because there was just one print. It wasn't, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell that all these different functions were incorporated in one, because it was sort of invisible. You know, the thermal bit was inside, that was tucked in, the zip was, you know, well thought through in terms of the colour, things like that. And Martine Rose, she's great because she actually not long ago she scouted some of her models. I think that's the way she does it anyway, but she likes to do that because she not only wants to give people a chance, but she realises that it's those people that aren't particularly models or don't particularly know this field that actually are really gifted, in the sense that they're so natural and like authentic in that workspace. And I remember she had said, I don't know if it was in an interview or during that panel talk, but she'd said how people, those models that she had chosen, were reacting, because these were just average people that were going about their day and just, you know, but in the show you would have never known that they weren't models. You would always have thought, oh, she's hired these amazing people and they're doing their role, they know what they're doing, they're keeping their head up high, they've got this, you know, pose and structure, and the way they're walking with their shoulders. You wouldn't have thought of it, but she's just made that extra push to push those boundaries and open a space for people that aren't in that industry. And I just thought that was really great. And then not only that, but she's got the most amazing clothing that she's done, and she's done some amazing collaborations too. One of my favourite pieces of hers is her shoes that sell out really quickly actually. But she's just incredible, and she's just really like humble, and she's just really down to earth. And what was great is I was just so set on asking a question, and I had thought in my head, I was thinking, and I really wanted to get like a super great question in. And then just before I'd asked the question, a girl had asked a very, very similar question, and I was like, damn it. But you know what, I'm still gonna ask it. And I think I must have asked them, what do you do when you feel very overworked and you're losing thought for inspiration. And I think Martin had said about surrounding yourself with the right people in the industry, because not everyone has your back. And they kept it short and sweet. They didn't overdo it and say too much about it, but that was one of the points. She was really eager to help with any questions that the audience had. She was super happy to ask them, and I think there was some other good points. I wish I'd written it down, but I remember towards the end of the panel, the 4 people and the 4 designers that were chosen had to say a last word, or like a word of inspiration, or what they would recommend to this new generation of designers. And I had written that down actually. I'm going to see if I can find it. So these are the different designers and what they'd said. Malone said, the foundations and your experiences is all you need. So the foundations and experiences is all you need. I think that's a really good point. You know, you don't need a lot. You know, you don't need to like be educated to a huge extent. I mean, going to university is great. That's great, because I mean, in my first year I've learned a lot, but it's not actually all you need. The thing that you need most is experience. So dabbing your foot into all these different areas and like designers and internships and all this, like, that only has a benefit to you because you're growing your skills. I like that question. I think that's really great, and I think you could take that answer. I think you could take that answer and use it within different like perspectives. I don't think there's a right and wrong answer on that one, so you guys take it as you will. Yeah. Prayer for Zinni said the biggest risk is not taking one. It's fucking damn right. It's damn right. I wish I'd read this before, because I put up my notes. Biggest risk is not taking one. I mean, that is just so true, isn't it? Like, take that little like mentality that says, no, I can't do this. Oh no, I'm scared. And take that, just put it aside and just think, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go do it. Sometimes it's actually worked for me actually, and I've done that and it's really, really helped. Genuinely. I'm just saying. Prue also said, following your gut, read the room. Read the room's a good one, because you know, it's good to be open-minded and working with people and like being, you know, being super giving and open, but you don't want to invest all your energy into something that isn't serving you. And this can be taken in any context, but for example, if you're working in a workspace and someone just isn't serving you, and you're kind of giving and you're trying to be nice because you're like, this is work, you know, but sometimes you're not going to get on with everyone, and that's absolutely fine. It's just about being respectful and just going, you know, going forward in the right way. You don't want to argue, you don't want to do things like that. And read the room as well. I mean, what else can that be taken as? Yeah, I mean, this industry isn't easy, and I'm only learning that young, you know, young in my my experience, you know, not young in my age, because yes, I'm younger and I'm young, but I'm talking about younger in my experience, because I've just started, essentially. I mean, I've been doing this for now 4 years, which is kind of crazy, because I'm like, I just can't believe it. Oh, I just can't believe it. But yeah, you've got to be open, like, you've got to be just wary that not everyone's out there in your best interest, and you've got to, yeah, you've got to just have your back. Martin said you should be burning the candles at both ends, plugging into the room. Okay, I think yeah, I'm remembering sort of her answer in response to my question actually now as well. But yeah, burning, can you just picture that, burning both ends of the stick? So not only are you researching and getting ideas and, you know, understanding and pushing yourself, but this other side of the stick is also taking time out and re-energizing oneself and, like, you know, getting, you know, resting. And you can't be doing both at the same time, as in like simultaneously. You've got to balance, and so I think it's really important that quote is gonna, yeah, I'm gonna use that much more often now. Burning the stick. So work hard, give yourself a break, work hard, give yourself a break. And I think that works for me right now actually, because it's a little bit complicated in the sense that there's different aspects coming into this picture. So I'm working, I'm also resting, and I'm also working because I've got my own projects, if you see. So I've got my part-time job, I've got my own projects, and I've got to rest, and I've got to spend time with family. So I mean, burning the end of the sticks, I mean, in this case there is multiple sticks on different ends, but this just works in life as well, because resting on this side doesn't just mean resting, it means spending time with family and friends and you know, doing things that you love. And then this side is also about really getting on and motivating yourself. So think about your own burning of the stick and how you want to work it, but so long as you're really, you know, content and satisfied with that way of working, then you're the only one that can say that, and you're the only one that can tell yourself what to do, because I can imagine you guys are older, and, well, not older than me, but you might be older than me, or you might be younger, you might be a similar age to me, but I can tell that you obviously are interested in getting to know, and I don't know, have fun, have fun. Take acknowledgement in your environment. That's a good one. Anyway, back to ideas. So those are some of the advice I'd give. I mean, and I think it's really great that when you're going to these panel talks that you take something from it and share it around, and I hope that you have learned something, because I have put it in the back like for quite a while and I haven't had the chance to share it, and that just popped up in my mind, so I wanted to share that for my own documentation, but also if anyone is interested. I've got this like super cute little, I think with a lovely brown belt, I think that would really finish it. But yeah, Zara bottoms, and then a gorgeous, gorgeous Reese shirt that I got from a charity shop. Both vintage. And funny enough, I was talking about Priya and I've got her socks on, so that's really fun. Yeah, I'll get my seat back so I can talk. Yeah, so I think with ideas and inspiration, it really comes with time and it comes with patience, and you're not always gonna know everything in your head, but you've got to really experiment and play with that. And if it's something that you want to do, you're either going to do it, or maybe you realise it's not what you want to do, but you're also allowed to experience burnout and need that time just to step away. So don't be hard, but have a think about ideas. I mean, you don't have to be in education to think about ideas. Like, you don't have to be in the system or like starting back at school to like get back into routine. Start now whilst it's summer, you know. I mean, just think about ideas in general too. I mean, we've all got our own ambitions and our goals and things like that, and it's pretty exciting just talking about it and like manifesting it into place. And I mean, I'm not particularly one for like manifesting, and you know, because some people take it too far and talk about writing things down. But I like, you know, talking into things into existence, and if I'm actually genuinely getting work into that as well. So yeah, I hope that's taught you guys something.